All right. Good morning. Welcome back to Living Off Cover Call ETF Update. This is a series where I update my life and attempt to live off a cover call based ETF portfolio. First of all, sorry about the darkness. The room is very dark. It's very sunny outside, but my room doesn't get a lot of natural light, unfortunately. Okay, so this is the update number 10, I believe. I can't believe it's been 10 updates already. I didn't upload all of them on YouTube, but I do post them on Reddit, and I started doing the YouTube format recently. So if you're interested in reading the update, check out my Reddit page. Anyways, this update actually marked a very big milestone because it's been exactly 1 year since I left my job and decided to living off this portfolio full time. It's time flies for sure. A lot happened. Looking back, I'm glad that I took a plunge. I get to spend time with family. I get to travel the world. And then overall, it's been good. Like a lot of opportunity that wouldn't have happened otherwise if I just, put my head down and work for more. A lot of people say that, if I work for 10, 15 more years, I could have a way more to live off of. But I think in the end, it's a trade-off, right? You can trade more time for more resources, or you just have to find the right balance for you. And that number is going to be different for everyone. Could be different for you, could be different from your friend, different from me. But I just try to find what works for me. And the thing is, it's not an for me. I think it's not an irreversible change. If I do this for 4 or 5 years and I decide that it's not for me, I can always choose a different path. But so far, it's working well. Anyways, let's get straight into the file. Okay, so a lot happened in the past month. Okay, like we do hold quite a bit of Tesla. So when the Elon and Trump spat the Twitter war, it definitely add a lot of volatility into the stock. Um, I do sold one contract Tesla put, which got reassigned so fast during the war. So I got reassigned really early, so I subsequently sold a cover call on it. Um, so how to explain it? It's not really. Uh, I wasn't really looking for any capital appreciation on this one. I was just mainly focusing on the premium, just to kind of add a little bit of income in there whenever I see fit. I try to keep it very small because I am using margin for this one. The proceed is going to go toward paying down the margin, of course, which of course kind of went up by quite a bit because the Tesla got reassigned. I'm not too worried about it. I still have a lot of margin maintenance to do, and I basically wasn't looking to sell too much out of the money. I don't mind selling it in the money or anything like that, just trying to get the premium going, just to kind of add a little bit of alpha into the portfolio. Another change we made is we sold out of BPYPN, not because of any particular reason. What happened is BPYPN, we actually have this on a separate brokerage, which is kind of make it a little bit annoying. Have to go log into that one, transfer money. So we decided to sell that one altogether, transfer all the money over, just to kind of combine the rest, streamline the whole process a little bit more. And yeah, that's why we sold out of it. Um, the past month has been a lot of volatility, with like the plane crash, with all the war in the Middle East. So far, it hasn't really affected our portfolio too much. As we speak, I think Jerome Powell was actually speaking in the FOMC meeting right now about the rate decision. I think he's keeping the rate steady, but then there might be a two cut this year if everything goes smoothly. The cut definitely benefit a lot of growth stock because we are very tech focused in this portfolio. So of course, rate cut really gonna play a positive part in that, which is good. So far, our portfolio appreciate 22952. Um, we are withdrawing about 4,000 per month. Um, so back when I first quote unquote retired, I was looking for a lot of data regarding to if you were to draw down on the cover call ETF portfolio, how would it play out? But of course, because of these products are so new, you can't really find any data on it. So when I decided to take a plunge, I decided to be the data that I would have wanted back when I decided to take this leap. So here I am. So I'm running this portfolio. This is my portfolio. I run a test comparing with the other popular ETF like VFV, XEQT, and HYLD. Starting with the same money, withdrawing the same amount, how would it play out in the scenario where we withdraw arguably quite a bit higher than 4%? So let's take a look. So VFV hasn't been doing well the past month. but still appreciate quite a bit since the inception of the portfolio. 916 right now. As you can see, we documented everything that we withdraw. Basically, the cash I kept constant with the main portfolio, and then the dividends are a little streamlined, might be on the rounding up side. And then we decided how many shares we have to sell to satisfy the 4,000 withdrawal that we have over here. So this is the history of the withdrawal over here. Any share purchase, like tax refund, cash deployments are kept in the comment over here. Okay, so we have V916. XEQT actually the best performer right now at 958. We look at the data side by side after, and then HYLD. This is actually the most surprising part because HYLD actually beating VFE now. Initially, when I first started, I would assume that HYLD pay out a lot, but in the long run, there's no way it's going to beat VFV. But right now, it is beating it, which is very interesting. This is considering that we are taking 10% tax cut on the HYLD payout. Technically, it should be 15, but I assume some efficiency. You might have some in tax-free saving, RSP, all those things. So far, actually beating VFV by quite a bit, actually. I think partially is because of the US dollar losing value, because VFV is non-currency hedge, so that's why. All right, let's take a look at the side-by-side comparison. I love looking at the data, so I want to have this graph, keep going, and you can see how it play out and stuff like that. It would be very interesting. Okay, so you can see our portfolio was doing well, and then the Liberation Day happened. Boom, took a big tank because other tech really take a dip there. XEQT kind of holds steady. Okay, and now we are kind of coming back a little bit during this time. You can see that where the moment where HYLD passed the VFV, which is very interesting over here. So far, we have withdraw 94,000 out of the whole portfolio. The starting amount is 932. About a year ago, when I first started recording this, I think we were at about 850, so everything kind of appreciated nicely since then. So yeah, that's the data. And let's take a look at the live stuff. Okay, so I added this page last month where some goal in live that I kind of want to do this year. If you're not interested, thank you for watching. So I have the total amount withdrawal per month over here. I wanted to read 12 books this year, so if I read 5, which I think I'm doing pretty good. I used to like reading a lot of books, but I haven't been able to get into it as much recently. Try a new restaurant. This one is probably the harder than it sounds because me and my wife are the type that if we like something, we just, keep doing it over and over again and don't want to switch. So we have to really fight against our own nature to kind of get this one going here. Duolingo, I started learning some Chinese and then try to brush up on my other languages. So far doing okay. On track, I'd assume. Cooking new dishes, we blew it out of the park for this one. I think last week my mom wanted to eat tom yum noodle soup, so we really kind of put together and then satisfied that itch for her. So it turned out really good. I'm glad. Because we are achieve it so early, this one might even keep going, I would say. And the next one is review emergency fund by question mark. Okay, so this one is going to be a slow progress. So back in April, because the stock dropped a lot, we decided to take a lot of cash and just dump it in the market. The reason we are comfortable doing that is because we kind of back home in Canada. So everything's more stable, don't need to emergency plane ticket. Healthcare is covered, so we feel more comfortable in terms of lowering the emergency fund at the time. But now that everything's good, we're gonna try to build it back up. Probably throw in 1K, 2K every month and hopefully build it back up to 25K. Because of family situation, we're probably not going to be traveling this year. I'm going to be spending more time with family this year, so I think that shouldn't be any crazy purchase coming up, so emergency fund should grow nicely. Okay, and next one, we're watching Commanding Heights. It's I think you watched last video. It's basically an economics documentary regarding how capitalism comes to be, how the Keynesianism behind the current economic policy comes to be. And then it just kind of show how the working gear, how it was inspired. Very interesting. If you into that stuff, I'd recommend you take a look. Finishing eBay listing, I have a lot of stuff that I need to get rid of. I work in luxury retail for a long time, so I do have a lot of stuff that not I wouldn't say buy, but like got it off contest, like some I bought on crazy discount. I just trying to get rid of some of those because I try to declutter a little bit, and some of those money can really use to pad the emergency fund, or take my wife out to eat, take my parents out to eat, etc., etc. Anyways, okay. Thank you for watching me rambling on for I don't know how long, but I know not many people watch this, but if you do, thank you very much. I'll come back next month with more updates. A lot of these is so I can look back on it as well. I started posting on Blossom recently. If you have Blossom, check it out. One Matt Tony. And yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you all have a great June. And then I'll see you next time. See ya.